chục tuổi á, đúng rồi á. Tôi sinh năm 67, nó sinh 78, là tôi 9 tuổi. Mà thân hình vạm vỡ khỏe mạnh lắm. Nhức một cái giờ phải đi vật lý trị liệu mà mỗi tuần gọi 2-3 lần đó. Và người đau nhức, ok, đau vai, nhức xương, đủ thứ hết. Tôi thì tôi không có, chỉ nhức xương buổi sáng thôi, không có bị gì trầm trọng lắm, nhưng mà nó cũng nói là mình nhức đó, ok. Thông báo cho mình biết, xương cốt của bạn nhức rồi đó, nghe đừng có mà nấu cá chó nha, cẩn thận nha, ý nó nói vậy đó. Thôi nếu mà tôi không có thơm ăn nữa thì tôi sẽ nghe video, ok. Thưa quý vị, tôi sẽ nghe video đây.
Team. Whatever your place in the birth order, consider what it's like to be the third child in a family. You don't get a say in choosing the people around you. They're there when you arrive. Worse, one or two of them might not be so glad to see you. And getting rid of even just one of them is usually impossible. Taking a new job and holding most jobs are similar. Enterprising souls might be able to scratch out some autonomy over task, time, technique, but autonomy over team is a taller order. That's one reason people are drawn to entrepreneurship, the chance to build a team of their own. But even in more traditional settings, although far from typical yet, a few organizations are discovering the virtues of offering people some amount of freedom over those with whom they work. For example, at the organic grocery chain Whole Foods, the people who are nominally in charge of each department don't do the hiring. That task falls to a department's employees. After a job candidate has worked a 30-day trial period on a team, the prospective teammates vote on whether to hire that person full-time. At W.L. Gore & Associates, the makers of Gore-Tex fabric and another example of Motivation 3.0 in action, anybody who wants to rise in the ranks and lead a team must assemble people willing to work with her. The ability to put together a pickup basketball team of company talent is another attraction of 20% time. These initiatives usually slice across the organization chart, connecting people who share an interest, if not a department. As Google engineer Bharat Mediratta told the New York Times, if your 20% idea is a new product, it's usually pretty easy to just find a few like-minded people and start coding away. And when pushing for a more systematic change in the organization, Mediratta says autonomy over team is even more important. These efforts require what he calls a grouplet, a small self-organized team that has almost no budget and even less authority, but that tries to change something within the company. For instance, Mediratta formed a testing grouplet to encourage engineers throughout the company to implement a more efficient way to test computer code. This informal band of coders, a team built autonomously without direction from the top, slowly turned the organization on its axis. Still, the desire for autonomy can often collide with other obligations. One surprise as Atlassian ran the numbers on its task autonomy experiment was that most employees came in substantially under the 20% figure. The main reason? They didn't want to let down their current teammates by abandoning ongoing projects. Although autonomy over team is the least developed of the 4 T's, the ever-escalating power of social networks and the rise of mobile apps now make this brand of autonomy easier to achieve, and in ways that reach beyond a single organization. The open source projects I mentioned in Chapter 1, in which ad hoc teams self-assemble to build a new browser or create better server software, are a potent example. And once again, the science affirms the value of something traditional businesses have been slow to embrace. Ample research has shown that people working in self-organized teams are more satisfied than those working in inherited teams. Likewise, studies by DC and others have shown that people high in intrinsic motivation are better coworkers. And that makes the possibilities on this front enormous. If you want to work with more type I's, the best strategy is to become one yourself. Autonomy, it turns out, can be contagious.